Good evening. You are watching Rajya Sabha Television. I am Smriti Rastogi. On October 2nd, the nation paid homage to Mahatma Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi on his 149th birth anniversary. The day also marked the 4th anniversary of the Swachh Bharat mission that Prime Minister Narendra Modi started in 2014. Cleanliness was both an ideal and penance for Mahatma Gandhi. The nationwide campaign for a cleaner India is the expression of this very idea. Fittingly, the Swachh Bharat mission will come to a close in 2019 on the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Today's In Depth, we bring you an insight into Mahatma Gandhi's dream of Swachh Bharat, the genesis of his idea, India's efforts to realize it, and the progress we have made so far in this national endeavour. Mahatma Gandhi's birth anniversary this year signals the start of a year-long celebration ahead of his 150th birth anniversary in 2019. On Tuesday, an inter-religious prayer meeting was held at Gandhi Samadhi at Rajghat. President, Vice President, Prime Minister and other dignitaries attended the prayer meeting.
On the 4th anniversary of the Swachh Bharat mission, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has given the mantra of 4 Ps for a cleaner world. He said that political leadership, public funding, people's participation and partnerships is the need of the hour for a cleaner world. The Prime Minister was addressing the concluding session of the Mahatma Gandhi International Sanitation Convention.
4 दिन के इस सम्मेलन के बाद हम सब इस निष्कर्ष पर पहुंचे हैं कि विश्व को स्वच्छ बनाने के लिए 4P आवश्यक है और ये 4P का हमारा मंत्र है पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप, पब्लिक फंडिंग, पार्टनरशिप, पीपल्स पार्टिसिपेशन। दिल्ली डिक्लेरेशन के माध्यम से आप लोगों ने सर्वव्यापी स्वच्छता में इन 4 महत्वपूर्ण मंत्रों को मान्यता दी है। इसके लिए मैं आप सभी का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं।
UN Chief Antonio Guterres also said a clean India would be a befitting tribute to Mahatma Gandhi. The UN chief also congratulated Prime Minister Modi for giving priority to sanitation. He hailed India as an example of how political will and commitment can help achieve safe sanitation. 53 ministers of sanitation from around the world and more than 160 international representatives from 68 countries participated in the 4-day convention.
May I congratulate you, Prime Minister, on your remarkable leadership and vision on this area that is vital for the well-being of humankind. And to begin marking the 150th birthday of Mahatma Gandhi by honoring this long record of advocacy and action on this vital issue is a fitting tribute to this great human being, an example for all of us. The Mahatma was ahead of his time when it came to safe, hygienic sanitation, as he was in so many other areas. He demanded the right of sanitation for everyone, and he demanded respect for that right from everyone. And the Clean India mission builds on his genius and lifelong quest for human dignity.
The nation paid homage to Mahatma Gandhi on his 149th birth anniversary on Tuesday. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi offered floral tributes at Rajghat. The UN chief also paid tributes to the father of the nation. A Sarva Dharma Prarthana Sabha was organized at Rajghat on this occasion. The UN General Assembly had on June 17, 2007 voted to establish 2nd October as the International Day of Non-Violence. In a message, the UN chief said, at a time of protracted conflicts and complex challenges, Gandhiji's philosophy of non-violence remains an inspiration. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Gandhiji's concern for public and private sanitation was part of his Satyagraha campaign since the days he spent in South Africa. For Gandhi, the drive for cleanliness in the society was an integral part of the process in bringing about a casteless and a free society. Bringing together the issues of cleanliness, untouchability, and national autonomy, Gandhi laid down the guidelines of what he saw as the ideal Indian society. Everyone must be his own scavenger. Cleanliness was an integral part of a free society. For Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, it was the key to removing untouchability. Mahatma Gandhi gave the call for sanitation first during his Satyagraha in South Africa. That was when he saw the way Indians were discriminated by the white settlers, who claimed that Indians lacked hygiene and needed to be kept segregated. In his open letter to the Natal Legislative Assembly and Council in 1894, Gandhiji argued that Indians would be as sanitary as Europeans if they received the same attention and opportunity. Gandhi started scavenging himself and told Indians to keep their lavatories clean and dry. He also made cleaning the campus a common activity for everyone. When Gandhi returned to India in 1915, his focus on cleanliness and sanitation intensified. On February 14, 1916, Gandhi gave his first major speech focusing on cleanliness of villages. In his speech, while laying the foundation stone of the Banaras Hindu University, he spoke about his visit to the Kashi Vishwanath temple. Is it right that the lanes of our sacred temples should be as dirty as they are? If even our temples are not models of roominess and cleanliness, what can our self-government be? He added, I do a great deal of railway travelling. I observe the difficulty of third-class passengers. We do not know the elementary laws of cleanliness. We spit anywhere on the carriage floor, irrespective of the thought that it is often used as sleeping space. We do not trouble ourselves as to how we use it. The result is indescribable filth in the compartment. At the Gujarat Political Conference in 1917, Mahatma Gandhi ruled the fact that our houses, streets and roads were unclean and dilapidated, allowing epidemics to find a home. He observed, Swaraj needs to begin with our streets. His suggestions for preventing incidents of plague, including having clean water and air, perfectly clean houses, roads and lanes, and explicitly laid down how to deal with excreta. He said, so long as you do not take the broom and the bucket in your hands, you cannot make your towns and cities clean.
So when he came to India, he suggested Indians, his followers, to use trench latrine as many as possible and not to go outside for open defecation. And also he suggested that if you go outside, then after defecation, put some soil on the homosceta so that flies should not sit on the homosceta and in turn on food.
Gandhiji's draft model rules for provincial Congress committees made each panchayat responsible for hygiene and sanitation of their village. The Gandhian movement for cleanliness grew stronger with the non-cooperation movement in 1920s. By this time, cleanliness had become synonymous with social justice, with the fight against untouchability becoming a movement in itself, almost as strong as the Swaraj and Swadeshi movements. Gandhi said that Swaraj can only be had by clean, brave people. Connecting cleanliness and untouchability, Gandhi emphasized it is extremely unjust to look upon those who do scavenging to be the lowest social status. He also led an all-India movement to remove untouchability. He even went on to fast unto death in 1932 for recognition of untouchables as equal part of the Hindu society.
He kept a family of scavengers in the own ashram. And for that, when the donors came to know that untouchable is living in the ashram, so they stopped giving the donation. So Gandhi said, okay, if you do like this, I will take my ashram in a Dalit village and Dalit colony. When they came to know about Gandhi's decision, so they started giving donation to Gandhi. So that way Gandhi, in his whole life, he tried about sanitation, cleanliness, untouchables.
जो छुआछूत कलंक है तो उस कलंक को मिटाने के लिए मंदिरों में हरिजन प्रवेश का आंदोलन चलाया, वैकम सत्याग्रह हुआ जो पहला था मंदिर प्रवेश का। तो इस तरह से और आंदोलन हुए, केवल गांधी विचार से के ही लोग नहीं बल्कि अन्य।
Gandhi also asked Indians to learn from the West the art of municipal sanitation and modify it to suit our own specific needs. Nearing independence, Gandhiji continued to propagate his drive for sanitation, cleanliness and hygiene, continuing to highlight the plight of scavengers and village sanitation. According to Mahatma Gandhi, an ideal village would have no filth and darkness and no plague, cholera or smallpox. Amending his own saying, cleanliness is next to godliness, he said that when there is both inner and outer cleanliness, it approaches godliness. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. And with that, time for a very short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The Champaran Satyagraha did not just mark the start of the independence movement in India, it also signaled an Indian renaissance. It was the beginning of Mahatma Gandhi's dream of a clean India.
More than 100 years ago, on April 10, 1917, Mahatma Gandhi arrived in Muzaffarpur. He was on his way to Champaran, where an anxious population was waiting for him. They included distressed farmers, people who were burdened by taxes. Champaran was in dire need of a messiah who would answer their concerns. Gandhi, on the other hand, had come with a clear notion about Satyagraha. All he needed was an opportunity to try it out. Champaran provided him just that, and that's how it became the perfect base for his Satyagraha movement. When Gandhi reached Champaran, however, he was shocked to see filth all over the town, streets filled with dirt, adding to the general lack of hygiene. A century has passed since Gandhiji's visit to Champaran. His Satyagraha was a call that the nation heeded. It became the start of a unique, non-violent agitation that ultimately gave India its independence from the British. But that Satyagraha failed to free Champaran from its dust and filth. Over the years, Champaran became a place that laid the foundation for a fight against exploitation and colonialism. This year, after over 100 years of the movement, a new movement was born in Champaran. Another Satyagraha, this time to achieve cleanliness. Today, well after the movement completed its centenary, the government has started a new one. On April 10th this year, over 20,000 Swachh volunteers or Swachhagrahis started the Satyagraha to Swachhagraha movement.
100 वर्ष पूर्व चंपारण में देश भर से लोग आए थे। गांधी जी के नेतृत्व में गली गली जाकर काम किया था। 100 वर्ष बाद आज उसी भावना पर चलते हुए देश के अलग अलग हिस्सों के आए लोगों ने यहां के उत्साही नौजवानों, स्वच्छाग्रहियों के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर दिन रात काम किया है।
Today, Champaran is not just a town, a place or a small district, and Gandhi is not just one freedom fighter. They have all evolved with changing times. Champaran now implies a place that teaches how to overcome difficulties, the problem of cleanliness. And the Gandhi of yesterday is the Swachhagrahi of today, who keeps not only his surroundings and environment clean, but also the mind, the soul and the thoughts. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
The government aims to make all cities and villages clean and make India defecation-free by the next year. This was the idea with which Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Swachh Bharat mission on Gandhi Jayanti 4 years ago. The Prime Minister called the campaign Satyagrah se Swachhagrah in reference to Gandhi's Champaran Satyagrah launched 97 years earlier. 4 years later, the government is well on its way to achieve the target of making India open defecation free by the next year. Let's take a look at the centre's Swachh Bharat mission and its progress.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Swachh Bharat mission in 2014. The nationwide campaign that will end in 2019 completed 4 years on the 149th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi this year. The Swachh Bharat mission is an effort to accelerate the coverage of universal sanitation. It has two subsets, the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan Gramin that operates under the Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation and the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan Urban under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Through the mission, the government aims to clean up streets, roads and infrastructure of cities, small towns and rural areas. It aims to achieve a clean and open defecation-free India by October 2nd next year through its Swachh Bharat mission Gramin. In rural India, this would mean improving cleanliness through solid and liquid waste management activities and making villages open defecation-free, clean and sanitized.
He became Prime Minister, then he took up this cause. And then for the first time, on 15th August in 2014, from Red Fort, he talked about to keep India clean, to make India clean, took out broom in your hand, do yourself cleaning. It should not be a job of a particular class. The whole country has become agog, and everybody is talking about sanitation.
In 2014, when the mission was launched, around 110 million households had no toilets and over 600 million people defecated in the open. According to the 2011 census, over 67% rural Indians defecated in the open as against 13% urban dwellers. To eradicate open defecation by the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, the government announced the construction of 90 million toilets at a projected cost of 1.96 lakh crore rupees.
And he said by 2019, every house should have a toilet. Nobody should go outside for defecation, and that will be a best tribute to Mahatma Gandhi on his 150th birth anniversary.
Other objectives of the mission were to motivate communities to adopt sustainable sanitation practices and facilities by creating awareness and health education, and to encourage cost-effective technologies for ecologically safe and sustainable sanitation. As part of the campaign, volunteers, also known as Swachhagrahis, promoted indoor plumbing and community approaches to sanitation at the village level. Other activities include national real-time monitoring and updates from NGOs that are working towards the idea of a Swachh Bharat. Over the last 4 years, India has made great progress by building 85 million toilets for households and declaring 470,000 villages free of open defecation, taking the national rural sanitation coverage to over 95%. The 2018 UNICEF Drinking Water, Sanitation and Hygiene in Schools Global Baseline Report highlighted that almost all schools in India now have sanitation facilities compared to just 50% of schools in 2006. Since the launch of the mission, the share of people having access to household toilets has increased from nearly 38% to around 90%.
राष्ट्रीय जो सेमिनार चल रहा है उसमें जो बात ये आई है कि 8 करोड़ शौचालय घरों में बन गए हैं और अब बन रहा है, और उम्मीद किया जाता है कि 2019 तक जो है वो सब बन जाएंगे, ऐसी आशा कर रहे हैं लोग.
The World Health Organization estimates that the mission could save over 3 lakh lives if the government can reach its stated goal of 100% toilet coverage by next year, but challenges towards achieving full rural sanitation persist. While the government has succeeded in building toilets, a significant number of people still prefer to defecate in the open as a matter of routine. Lack of water and absence of clean toilets are other major reasons for not using toilets.
जो पद्धति अपनाई गई है सफाई के लिए शौचालय बनवाने की, उसमें पानी भरपूर चाहिए। एक व्यक्ति को एक समय में कम से कम 1 बाल्टी पानी चाहिए, 5 लीटर पानी चाहिए। और पानी की व्यवस्था नहीं होगी तो मल की ढेरी लगेगी, गंदगी होगी, वो सफाई नहीं हो पाएगी।
Other government initiatives include inter-ministerial collaboration for the mission. These include the Namami Gange program that plans to make villages on the banks of the Ganga open defecation free. The Swachhata Action Plan is a separate budget head created by all ministries. In the financial year 2017-2018, 77 ministries committed funds worth 12,468.62 crore rupees for their SAPs. Swachh Swasth Sarvatra is a joint initiative between the Water and Sanitation and the Health Ministry. And the Swachh Iconic Places is a multi-stakeholder initiative focusing on cleaning up to 100 places across India that are iconic due to their heritage, religious and or cultural significance. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, that's all we have for you in today's edition of In Depth. We'll be back same time tomorrow with a focus on some other important subject. You can also watch our episodes online on YouTube and Twitter and get back to us with your feedback and suggestions. Thank you for watching.